Camila Cardoso says she's excited but has some mixed emotions about facing her native Brazilian national team in Friday's exhibition game at LSU, which will be a special homecoming for Angel Reese. You excited about that?
I'm super excited to go back home and win a championship. Yeah, I'm super excited.
And rookie Haley Van Lith. It's all coming up for year 2.
You coming?
You gonna fly me down? You got it like that.
I'm gonna call the jet. I'm gonna try.
We'll see. You heard her say it.
Guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in General. And guys, I just woke up from my fat nap after I had ate a couple soft beef tacos I just made here at the crib. Okay, I'm about to do this video before I go ahead and hit the gym. So our latest coach, our new coach, Tyler Marsh, he has expressed, his vision or what he wants to do with Angel Reese as it pertains to her on the court and what position he wants her to play. And I find this to be very interesting. So let's read this article, guys, by Sports Illustrated titled, Chicago Sky Coach's One-Word Stance on Angel Reese, Usage Says It All.
Where do you want Angel Reese to be once the games start?
Everywhere. There is no limit.
Yeah.
I think that we want her to be dynamic. We want her to be able to score inside. We want to be able to create space for her to have more one-on-one finishes inside and to not have to feel like she's got to play in a crowd. We want to put the ball in her hands on the perimeter and allow her to facilitate and create off the dribble as well.
There's a ton of excitement about how the Chicago Sky will look during the 2025 WNBA season. And yes, that is very true because, again, so much changes have happened, not just in the Chicago Sky team, but the WNBA organization as a whole, okay? So many teams, they have seen players come and gone. Players have become, unfortunately, injured. Some players have decided to skip the season and go overseas. So it's just craziness, right? One reason for excitement regards how star player Angel Reese will fare in her second professional season. Reese produced a fantastic rookie campaign, which was cut short due to a wrist injury, and she showed a ton of growth and development during her time playing for Rose BC and Unrivaled. Another reason for Sky excitement is that they hired former Las Vegas Aces assistant Tyler Marsh to be their franchise's new head coach. Marsh is widely regarded as one of the best developmental coaches in women's basketball, especially when it comes to forward and post players. And when speaking with the media on April 28th, Marsh detailed his plans on how he wants to use Angel Reese in 2025. And this is where he, comes in. He says, everywhere, Marsh said when asked where on the court he wants Angel to be once games start, per Twitter post. There is no limit. I think that we want her to be dynamic. We want her to be able to score inside. We want to be able to create space for her to have more one-on-one finishes inside and to not have to feel like she's got to play in a crowd. We want to put the ball in her hands on the perimeter and allow her to facilitate and create off of the dribble as well, he added. Since hearing Marsh said that he wants Reese to be everywhere is a good indicator that she'll be a focal point of Chicago's offensive attack. Again, I find this interesting. Again, he said that he wants her to be dynamic, a dynamic player, and he wants her to be everywhere, play on both sides of the ball, both sides of that court, both offensively and defensively a threat. And I love that, Again, when he used the word dynamic, I think about it like in financial terms. You want to, when you invest money into a portfolio, into a mutual fund, and the stocks and bonds in the market, you want to diversify, And that's how I interpreted him when he said he wants Angel Reese to become more dynamic. He needs her to diversify her talents, Diversify those strengths, Not just, pay in the paint. I'm sorry, not just, be able to pay in the paint and be able to finish up on those layups. But let's talk about 3-point shots. Let's talk about mid-range shots. Let's talk about, being a defensive stopper and blocker, Making them girls, just throwing on a seatbelt, throwing on some handcuffs on them girls on that court. This one, it was really interesting when he says we want her to be able to score inside. We want to be able to create space for her to have more one-on-one finishes inside and to not have to feel like she's going to play in a crowd. I'm not sure exactly what that means. What does he mean when he says he doesn't want Angel Reese to feel like she's playing in a crowd? Does he mean how last season, guys, if you've been paying attention, specifically when it came to teams such as New York Liberty, I'll put Las Vegas Aces in it. Mainly it was New York Liberty. People like to jump Angel Reese, The girls, as soon as the ball gets into her hands, specifically when she snatches an offensive rebound or a defensive rebound, the way 3, 4, 5 girls, defenders on the other team, the whole team will come together to swarm her and try to swat away that ball. And they throw them elbows and stuff. New York Liberty, I'm talking directly to you because y'all know y'all jumped her last season and the refs just looked the other way. How dare y'all? It was just disgusting, That's neither here nor there. But again, I believe how I interpreted that is he feels as though last season he'd been paying attention. She literally has to feel she feels as though when she's trying to make a layup or when she's just trying to make a play, anytime she has the ball in her hand, when she has that possession of the ball, she literally is fighting and playing through a crowd because the girls will literally swarm her on the court. He's I'm trying to get her some more one-on-one finishes, That takes finesse, tenacity, and like, high basketball IQs. And again, we just acquired, Courtney Vandersloot. She's a pretty good point guard. Okay. She's going to, be a dream for this team. She already said, like, Camilo Cardoso and Angel Reese will be a blessing to a point guard such as myself because they're so tall. She's like, I can't wait to give them inbound passes in order for them to finish at the rim. He said, we want to put the ball in her hands on the perimeter and allow her to facilitate and create off of the dribble as well. Again, that's also a very good technique and skill for her to be able to obtain and master. But I want this not just for Angel Reese. Again, I'm more than sure that obviously this is not his, like, coaching style, his instruction type of teaching. But not just for Angel Reese. Again, what he does for one, again, he's very well known to be a good, developing coach, okay, when it comes to women's basketball. They say that he is the reason, okay, this is the man who unlocked the characters such as Asia Wilson and Jackie Young. They weren't always Asia Wilson and Jackie Young, okay, when it comes to the WNBA. Of course, they were who they were before, they got the accolades and the respect and the love and the admiration. Of course, it was all well deserved, okay, from their hard work. But he unlocked those characters, okay? Remember, like, in the video games when you was playing Mortal Kombat? You had, like, unlocked characters, okay? They were, like, just like a shadow on the screen. Like, they was like, you didn't know who they were, what their potential were. We didn't know what they could do, okay? Tyler Marsh is that dude. He is the one who unlocks these girls, okay, and really pushes them to that potential. So, again, whatever he's doing with Angel Reese, okay, I want the same for Camilo Cardoso. I want her to be everywhere. Yeah, I'm like, oh, she's only 6'7". Yeah, she's 6'7". Usually, like, when she's like this, when you're that tall, that height, that frame, you're just usually just a center or a power forward. But look at Jonquel Jones of the New York Liberty. She is that unlocked character. She was a secret weapon. Jonquel Jones is 6'6". Like, she has no problem. She does not hesitate to put up 3-pointers. Okay. And it was just sickening every time, like, not just our Chicago Sky team. Anytime I would watch my Vegas Aces, my Connecticut Sun play up against New York Liberty, the way Jonquel Jones, you would think, like, she's so big, her frame, like her stature, her strength, she's just going to rush in. The way, like, she would literally, like, just play these girls in their face, take a step back, blow the cushion in their face, put up a 3-pointer. It's just like, what are we supposed to do with that? Now, imagine if Camilo Cardoso was 6'7", he unlocked her potential. Okay, remember, guys, Camilo Cardoso was the girl. She was the woman who saved the South Carolina Gamecocks from that loss from the Tennessee Volunteers. They should have lost, okay? It was like, 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Camilo Cardoso they'd be like, what does she do? She has no business being nowhere near the 3-point line. And that inbound pass, she caught that pass. Dawn Staley looked at her in the eye. She believed in her. She said, do it. She said, shoot it. She put it up. A miracle for the Gamecocks. And that was a historical moment. That moment, okay, that was one of the moments that changed women's basketball, okay, for the good. Again, I want to see all my Chicago Sky. Again, we're going to play, like, in systems, okay? It's important, I believe, like, to have that structure and that discipline. Like, when this person is on the court, we're going to play our roles. We're going to have our certain positions. But what I want to see, Tyler Marsh do with all of our Chicago Skyscrapers is that they all become dynamic. They all, have a chance to play everywhere and actually, strengthen those strengths and actually, showcase all those skills. Guys, we're just down to a few more days, okay? A few more days until we can watch some Chicago Sky ball, okay? And I cannot wait.